Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar titled Selling Fixed and Indexed Annuities with Neurolinguistic Video for Retirement Planning Sales Professionals. My name is Michael Vignal with WebPrez Videos, and I am joined today by Dan Vignal, my dad, and our executive director. Dan is considered somewhat of an authority on the practical application of neurolinguistic communication techniques for sales professionals, especially financial sales professionals. And like all of you, he was also a business, estate, and retirement planning professional himself for almost 20 years. Dad?
Thank you, Michael. As Michael said, welcome to everyone here on the call. I was in personal production myself for 20 years before I sold my business, and I wish I had discovered what we will be sharing with you today back then in the days before indexed annuities and withdrawal guarantees. So over the next 40 or 50 minutes, we will show you 7 annuity sales videos and explain how you can use these videos, along with 24 others, to increase your sales production by getting at least 2 more sales each month with an average commission of at least $5,000.
Yeah, and excuse me, Dad. Before we begin, I wanted to ask everyone for their complete attention. So please turn off your cell phones, close any other windows on your computer screen, and close the door to your office. If you have an assistant, please let them know that you are not to be disturbed for the next 50 minutes or so. And please do not try to multitask during this webinar because you will most likely miss important information that will help you use neurolinguistic videos to increase your business. Thank you. And I just want to make sure that everyone can hear us. I'm going to put that in the chat box just to do some technical checks here before we get started. Joe is saying not very loud. That person's good. That person's good. Okay, so I think we can maybe just speak up. Our microphones are good. We've done this a bunch of times. So Joe, maybe it might be your speakers, but both me and Dan will try to project our voices a little bit better than for you. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, and Joe, maybe just turn up the sound on your computer or whatever you're listening to on. All right, let's get started. The videos we are about to watch are neurolinguistic videos. They are professionally composed and produced 3 to 5 minute explanations that combine text, images, and narration together, along with more than 40 scientifically proven neurolinguistic communication techniques. Techniques to increase viewer comprehension and retention as much as 4 times better than written words and as much as 8 times better than spoken words, which makes them at least twice as effective as other types of video. And these videos can be played on any phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop with an internet connection. You can copy and paste these videos onto your website, into your email or text messages, and of course your social media postings as well. You can also play them for people during meetings in your office, in someone's home or someone's office, and while delivering a seminar presentation to an audience or while talking with people over the phone. Now, I presume that everyone has seen at some point the Ken Fisher ads all over the internet telling everyone that he hates annuities and that they should hate annuities too. However, if you actually read what he has to say, Ken Fisher doesn't really hate all annuities. He really hates variable annuities and their riders because of the fees, which I happen to mostly agree with. But he's using a neurolinguistic technique known as heuristic messaging, which is meant for people who either can't or won't take the time to actually understand a complicated explanation. And it's a very effective technique because most people don't understand annuities, so they buy into his rhetoric instead of the truth. And that's why we created this first video we call the annuity primer video. Now, before we play this video, I want you to think about someone who told you that annuities are a bad investment or that they weren't interested in annuities no matter what you had to say. I want you to think of that person by name and then visualize that person watching this video.
When you think about your retirement, do you worry that you might run out of money? That you might outlive your savings? Or that your investments won't last as long as you do? What if you live to age 100 or even longer, and your investments don't earn as much as you expect them to? Will there still be enough for you to live independently? What if there's a market crash during your retirement years, like there was in 2008 and 2009, and your investments lose 30% or 40% of their value? Will you still be able to withdraw the same income? Fortunately, there is a way to convert all of this uncertainty into a guaranteed certainty, a way to convert your investment risk into a dependable monthly income that will never go down and you can never outlive. It's called an annuity. However, there is much confusion and misinformation about annuities. So take just 3 minutes right now to get the facts and learn the truth about annuities. It just might make the difference between outliving your money and knowing that you will always have enough money to remain financially secure and live independently for the rest of your life, even if you live to be 120. To begin with, annuities are long-term retirement insurance contracts guaranteed by legal reserve insurance companies to convert any sum of money into a regular monthly income, payable every month for as long as you live, like your own private pension plan. But after that basic definition, it can get a little complicated because there are two basic types of annuities: immediate and deferred. An immediate annuity begins your income payments right away, and a deferred annuity begins your income payments at some time in the future. However, a deferred annuity can earn interest or grow in value without any taxation until you are ready to convert it into monthly or quarterly income payments, which could be 5 years from now or 50 years from now. And deferred annuities also come in two basic types: fixed and variable. A fixed annuity guarantees both the money you put in and the interest you earn on all the money you put in. But a variable annuity does not guarantee either the money you put into it, nor any growth or earnings on the money you put into it, because a variable annuity will gain or lose value based on the performance of the stock or bond funds in which your money is invested, much like a mutual fund. So fixed annuities earn interest rates, and variable annuities earn investment returns. And fixed annuities are guaranteed, but variable annuities are not. What's more, the interest rate credited to a fixed deferred annuity can either be declared by the insurance company from year to year or for a period of several years. Or it can be tied to the performance of a stock market index like the S&P 500, but without actually investing any of your money and without the risk of any market losses, even if the market index goes down or loses value. And if you ever need some of your money before you begin the income payout, you can withdraw up to 10% each and every year without any penalties. However, if you withdraw more than 10% a year, you could be charged between 1% and 15% of any excess withdrawal, and the IRS will charge a 10% tax penalty on any tax-deferred interest you withdraw before age 60. So the purpose of an immediate annuity is to guarantee income payments to you for as long as you live, while the purpose of a deferred annuity is to accumulate interest on your money until you are ready to begin your income payments. And when you are ready to begin your income payments, you may choose to receive your payout for as long as only you live, or for as long as both you and your spouse live. You may also include a cost of living adjustment, so that your income payments can increase each year and offset the effect of inflation. Still have questions about annuities? Well, at least now you've got the basic facts and know the truth about annuities. To learn how you can convert some of your savings into a guaranteed lifetime income that you can never outlive, talk with the financial security professional who asked you to watch this video.
Automatically when it's done.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Now, what thoughts, I want you to ask yourself, what thoughts do you think will be going through the viewer's mind after watching this video? Do you think the viewer might have some qualifying questions, some good questions, some productive questions, or maybe want more information? If so, is this a video you could use in your business? Now, this next video explains the need for and the benefits of an indexed annuity. Go ahead and let's play this one. Again, let's think about someone, before you click on that mic, now think about someone in their 30s, 40s, or 50s with an IRA or a SEP, especially those who already experience market losses. And visualize this person watching this video. Go ahead.
Here's the problem: growing our money and protecting our earnings without the risk of losing any of it. Because we now know that 10 years of stock market gains can be completely wiped out in only 10 weeks of stock market losses, like it was in 2008. And even before that, during the 10-year period from 1999 through 2008, when the annualized return for the S&P 500 stock index was a minus 1.47%, because in 4 of those 10 years, the S&P index lost value. Minus 9.11% in 2000, minus 11.98% in 2001, minus 22.27% in 2002, and minus 37.22% in 2008, which meant that $1 invested in the market on the first day of 1999 would be worth less than 86 cents on the last day of 2008, a loss of almost 15% over that 10-year period. However, had you avoided those losses and your money simply earned nothing during those 4 years, your annualized return would have been better than 7%, and your money would have doubled over that same 10-year period. Of course, it's not just the money we lose, but the time we lose as well. For example, if the stock market loses 40% of its value, as it did between 2008 and 2009, we would need to earn more than 10% for each of the next 5 years, net of any fees, commissions, taxes, or expenses, just to recover our losses and get even again. And that means we lose 6 years of compounded returns on our savings, which is why avoiding market volatility can make such a big difference in the growth of our money. So, how can we grow and protect our savings without any market volatility and without the risk of losing any of our money? With a contractual guarantee to credit our money with an interest rate based only on the growth of a stock market index, like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, or the Dow Jones Industrials, but without any stock market losses and without current taxation on any of your earnings. That's why, according to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, more than $200 billion have already been deposited into these contracts by millions of people who have not lost even $1 of their savings as a result of any market volatility. That's because these contracts do not actually invest in any securities of any kind. They only use a market index to determine the interest rate they credit to your money. So, when the index increases or gains value over a period of time specified in the contract, an interest rate as a percentage of those gains is credited to your savings. But when the index decreases or loses value, 0 interest is credited to your money, and those losses are never deducted, which means that your earnings are preserved and you never lose any of your money within the contract. However, there is a maximum limit on how much of the index gains can be credited to your money and a minimum number of years before your earnings can be withdrawn. So you don't get all of the index gains, but you don't get any of the index losses. But you could lose some of your money if you withdraw more than 10% of your savings in any 1 year. What's more, the IRS will charge a 10% tax penalty on any tax-deferred interest earnings you withdraw before age 60. So, what are these contracts? They're called index annuities, and they are contractually guaranteed by legal reserve insurance companies. So, ask yourself this. Does it make sense to risk the loss of your savings and earnings by keeping your money in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds? Or by paying taxes on your earnings, if those earnings can still be lost after you've paid the taxes? Or does it make better sense to keep your money in an index annuity that contractually guarantees to grow and protect both your savings and your earnings without market risk or annual taxation?
Okay.
I think, okay. Well, that's, now that you've seen that video and you imagine somebody, a prospect who would watch that, what thoughts, again, do you think will be going through their mind after watching this video? Is that where you want to get them? That's a way for you to get your prospect on the same page as you in a favorable mindset so that they will be asking productive questions and move the process forward. So is this a video you could use in your business? I suspect it is. I know it would have been if I was still in business. Okay, this next video can often be used along with the previous video because it introduces the need for and the benefit of the guaranteed income withdrawal rider. So think about someone you will be meeting with or talking with next week. You got it? You got the name of somebody? Visualize this person watching this video either by email or while on the phone with you or while you're sitting in front of them on your laptop. All right, let's play this one.
When we retire, we will need to convert our retirement savings into retirement income. But what if the market crashes during our retirement, like it did in 2008 and 2009, and we lose 30, 40, or 50% of our savings? Will we still have enough to continue our income withdrawals? Or what if interest rates on bank CDs or yields on bond funds and dividends on stocks are only 2 or 3% at the time we decide to retire? Will we be able to live on only 2 or 3% of our savings? And if we need to draw down on our savings, making withdrawals of both principal and earnings, how can we be sure that we won't run out of money, especially over 20 or 30 years of retirement? So how do we protect our retirement savings from low interest, market risk, and market volatility, and assure ourselves of a regular, reliable income for the rest of our lives? With a lifetime income withdrawal guarantee. A lifetime income withdrawal guarantee is a contractual guarantee that you can withdraw the same amount of money from the contract each and every year for as long as you live, regardless of what your money earns or how long you live, even if you use up all of your money. Let me repeat that. It's a guarantee that you can withdraw the same amount of money from the contract each and every year for as long as you live, even if your money does not earn as much as you withdraw, and even if you live long enough to withdraw all the money from the contract. However, it is very important to understand that this is not a guarantee of interest rates or a guarantee of market earnings. It is only a guarantee on your income withdrawal, so it does not guarantee that your money will actually earn a certain rate of interest. But it does guarantee that you can withdraw income from the contract as if your money did earn a certain rate of interest. For example, let's say you have $100,000 and 10 more years before you retire at age 66. And let's say that with all the ups and downs, gains and losses in the stock and bond markets, your savings only averages a 3 or 4% annual growth rate. With a lifetime income withdrawal guarantee, you might calculate your income withdrawal as if your $100,000 had averaged a 5% compound annual growth rate, which would be $162,890, even though you didn't actually earn 5% on your money, or you don't actually have $162,890 in the contract. Because $162,890 is only the calculation value. It is not what you actually have in the contract. but it would allow you to calculate your annual withdrawal at 5% of $162,890, which would be $8,144, and it would guarantee that you can continue to withdraw that same $8,144 each and every year for the rest of your life, even if you live another 20, 30, or 40 years, and even if you run out of money. What's more, if you wait until age 70 to begin taking income, you might get a 6% guaranteed withdrawal rate. And if you begin your withdrawals at age 80, you might get as much as 7%. So the longer you wait, the more you can withdraw. Now, it's important to understand that a lifetime income withdrawal guarantee is an optional provision on a deferred annuity contract, and there is a charge for this guarantee. What's more, a deferred annuity is an insurance contract, not an investment, and the guarantee is subject to the financial strength of the insurance company. But knowing the risk and volatility of investments, as well as the probability of low interest earnings on bank CDs, bond funds, and stock dividends, doesn't it make better sense to protect your retirement with a lifetime income withdrawal guarantee?
All right, you're almost there.
Okay. Now, what thoughts do you think will be going through the mind of the viewer after watching this video? Again, is this a video you could use in your business? I think so. Now, this next video is an excellent way to help someone see all the risk they assume with an investment portfolio for retirement income planning. So this is particularly useful if you are not in the business of acquiring assets under management or managing money for someone. If you are exclusively a safe money retirement planning professional and you are talking to people about the difference between safe money and invested money. So now think of a client prospect who is well, start playing the video. Let's play this one. It's called Retirement Questions.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of health care, including expenses not covered by Medicare, like deductibles and copayments, prescription medications, assisted living, and home nursing. We also need to account for income taxes, because all of our 401k or IRA money is taxable, even if we don't take it. Of course, we also need to consider inflation too, because even a minimal 2% annual rate of inflation over 20 years of retirement will reduce the value of our income by 40%. Now, once we know how much income we will need, the question to ask is, how long will we need this money to last? 10 years? 20 years? 30 years? Longer? Will we have enough saved to last that long? To last as long as we do? If our income is dependent on earnings, interest, or dividends from stocks, bonds, or real estate, will our income potentially vary from year to year? Or will our savings need to earn a minimum rate of interest? But what if it doesn't? How long will it last if our money earns less than what we need? Which leads us to the third question. How safe is our retirement money? Could we potentially lose some of it? If so, what are the chances of losing our money? And how much could we lose? And what would we do if we lost 20, 30, or 40% of our retirement savings? If we have a money manager or investment advisor, we should ask them these questions. What's more, we need to ask what it will cost us to produce our retirement income. For example, there is no cost to our Social Security income, because the government provides us with the money, net of any management fees or administrative charges. And the income we get from a pension is also net of any fees or charges. But mutual fund managers, hedge fund managers, real estate trust managers, And investment advisors charge us fees. And those fees can easily reduce our retirement income by 25% or more. For example, let's say that a money manager or investment advisor charges us 1% of our account balance each year, which is quite common. And let's say that we plan to withdraw 4% for ourselves. That's a total withdrawal of 5%, not 4%, or an additional 25% expense to our retirement budget. This would mean that our money manager or investment advisor would be earning 25% of our retirement income. Doesn't that seem like a high price to pay, especially while we assume all the risks of potential losses? To be sure that you prepare for a comfortable, worry-free, financially secure retirement, talk with a retirement planning professional who asked you to watch this video.
Okay. Now think of a client or prospect who is already keeping most of his or her retirement savings in managed money investments and might have an investment advisor that you are competing with. After watching this video, do you think they might have a different perspective on the advice they've been receiving or the trust they've given to this advisor? All right. This next video is on annuity laddering strategies. It's just another way to construct a portfolio of deferred annuities that provide the retiree with a lifetime of safe money management options. Go ahead and play that one.
According to the U.S. Consumer Price Index, over the 20-year period from 1990 to 2010, the U.S. dollar lost 40% of its value through inflation. So if we had retired in 1990 with a monthly income of $5,000, it would now be worth only $3,000 in today's economy. What's more, the average interest rate on one-year CDs over that same 20-year period gradually declined from more than 8% in 1990 to less than 1% in 2010. So if the next 20 years are like the past 20 years, will you be able to live as comfortably as you do now on 40% less income? Will you be able to afford the higher cost of groceries, utilities, health care, taxes, home and auto maintenance, as well as travel vacations, restaurants, and recreational activities, without the risk of running out of money? So how can you protect your retirement income from the effects of inflation and lower interest rates? By dividing your retirement savings into 4 or 5 separate income contracts with interest rates guaranteed for 3, 5, or 10-year periods. And at the end of every 3, 5, or 10-year period, you have the option to either renew each contract at a higher interest rate or convert each contract from an interest-only payout to a higher payout of both interest and principal. So that if interest rates go up, you can increase your income with a higher interest rate. But if interest rates go down, you can still increase your income by converting one of your contracts to a guaranteed payout of interest and principal, and all without the risk of ever running out of money, even if you live to be 120. For example, let's say you're 65 and you have $200,000. You could divide that money up into 4 contracts of $50,000, each one with a 3% interest rate, guaranteed for 5 years. You could then withdraw $1,500 from each contract every year, providing you with a guaranteed $6,000 annual income. Then, every 5 years, you could either replace each contract with a higher interest rate or convert each contract into a higher payout of interest and principal. So if you decided to convert one contract every 5 years, you would receive $6,000 each year from age 65 to 70. Then $8,088 each year from age 70 to 75. $10,860 each year from age 75 to 80. $14,580 each year from age 80 to 85. And $19,704 each year from age 85 through the end of your life. So under this scenario, your income would increase every 5 years, even if interest rates never went any higher, and it would all be guaranteed. Of course, if you did convert all 4 of your income contracts to interest and principal payouts, you would deplete your original $200,000 by the end of your life. But you would only do that if interest rates remain low and you really need the additional income. Otherwise, you would only withdraw the interest and leave most or all of the principal to your heirs. This retirement income strategy is known as annuity laddering, and it's been proven to outperform any combination of stocks and bonds. In fact, a recently published study by the Income Management Strategies Division of the Mass Mutual Financial Group compared various income strategies using 40 years of historical data. The research concluded that retirement income laddering using guaranteed fixed-rate annuity contracts consistently delivered more income under various economic conditions and over various periods of time than any combination of stocks and bonds, and without any of the market risk or economic volatility, because fixed-rate annuity contracts are guaranteed by legal reserve insurance companies, which are required by government regulation to maintain capital reserves equal to all of their financial obligations. So, ask yourself this: does it make sense to rely on a combination of stocks and bonds for your retirement income when research has proven that retirement income laddering using guaranteed fixed-rate annuity contracts can protect your money against inflation and produce more income with more safety and security, regardless of economic conditions or prevailing interest rates?
Now think about someone who is concerned about their retirement income, one, keeping pace with inflation over 20 or 30 years, and two, keeping their assets liquid enough to respond to economic or lifestyle changes. I think that pretty much describes virtually everyone who is approaching or already in retirement. So again, visualize this person, visualize a prospect that you're going to be seeing next week, watching this video. And then, what thoughts do you think will be going through their mind after watching this video? Now, this next video is for people who have money in bank certificates of deposit. Probably fewer today than maybe 10 years ago, but still, we have a lot of very conservative retirees who keep money in bank certificates because it's insured and because they feel safe and they're living on a very tight budget. But this video compares the advantages of an annuity to any type of bank CD.
A certificate of deposit is a safe place to keep our money because it is guaranteed by the FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. But a certificate of deposit does not earn much interest. In fact, over the last 20 years, the rate of interest on a bank CD hasn't even kept pace with the rate of inflation, which means that the money we save in a certificate of deposit, earning less than the rate of inflation, is actually losing value every year. What's more, the little interest we do get on a CD is taxable, even if we don't withdraw it. But did you know that there is an equally safe alternative to a bank CD? An alternative that guarantees and insures your money, like a CD, that typically pays at least a 1% or 2% higher rate of interest than a CD, and that doesn't require you to pay tax on that interest each year as you do with a CD. This equally safe alternative to a certificate of deposit is called a fixed-rate deferred annuity, and it's guaranteed, not by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, but by a government-regulated legal reserve insurance corporation. So a certificate of deposit is guaranteed by a government insurance corporation, and a fixed-rate annuity is guaranteed by a commercial insurance corporation. Both are guaranteed, and both are insured. A certificate of deposit can offer a rate guarantee for a period of 3 months to 5 years, and a fixed annuity can offer a rate guarantee for a period of 1 year to 10 years. Or the interest rate can be tied to a stock market index, like the S&P 500, which could pay a higher rate of interest in some years and a lower rate of interest in other years. And of course, the interest earned on a certificate of deposit is taxed as ordinary income for the tax year in which it is earned. But the interest earned on a fixed-rate annuity is not taxed until you actually withdraw the money. Now, if you need money from a certificate of deposit and you cannot wait for the end of the term, you must cash out the full deposit and lose the interest you would have earned. But if you need money from a fixed-rate annuity, you may withdraw up to 10% each year without any loss of interest on the remaining money. Clearly, fixed-rate annuities have several advantages over certificates of deposit, specifically higher rates of interest and tax-exempt accumulation, as well as the safety of insurance guarantees. Still have questions? Talk with the financial security professional who asked you to watch this video.
Okay, once again, think about someone who is keeping safe money in bank CDs, especially if this person could use some additional income. And again, visualize this person watching this video. And what thoughts do you think will be going through their mind after watching this video? Now, we also have a split annuity video for people who might want to actually get income from their CD money without spending the principal. And you probably know how a split annuity works, so we won't show that video right now. Okay, now this next video is perhaps the fastest, easiest way to get the attention of any successful private practice professional like doctors, dentists, accountants, attorneys, architects, and engineers, especially if they are over the age of 50 and have no more than 5 employees. It's the 412(e)(3) pension plan.
According to the Gallup Small Business Index, 6 out of 10 small business owners or self-employed professionals intend to delay retirement because they haven't been able to save enough money, or because stock market losses and real estate depreciation have substantially diminished the value of investments they were depending on for retirement income. They're now in their 50s or 60s, earning more than ever and paying more in taxes too. They're at the peak of their earning years, but at the end of their working years, and they simply have not accumulated enough money to retire comfortably at the age they expected to, or the investments they've made have not performed as well as they expected. Sound familiar? Like many other small business owners and professionals, you have the profitability to save more money. But you're running out of time, and you're limited by how much you are allowed to contribute into a tax-deductible retirement account. So how can you completely fund your own pension plan so that you can still retire within the next 5 or 10 years? With a 412(e)(3) pension plan. 412(e)(3) is a section of the Internal Revenue Code created exclusively for self-employed professionals, small business owners, and independent contractors in their 50s and 60s with fewer than 5 employees, who want a guaranteed monthly pension to last for as long as they live, but without any market risk or investment volatility, and who can afford to completely fund the plan with tax-deductible deposits as much as 7 or 8 times higher than any other retirement plan. For example, the maximum contribution you can currently make into any other tax-deferred retirement plan is only $50,000 a year. But in a 412(e)(3) pension plan, your maximum tax-deductible deposit at age 50 could be $170,000 a year. At age 55, it could be $290,000 a year. And at age 60, it could be as much as $330,000 a year. And those maximum annual deposits can guarantee a personal retirement income of $200,000 a year, beginning at age 65. That's $16,660 a month, guaranteed for as long as you live. Of course, you don't need to fund the maximum. You can fund a $6,000 monthly pension or a $10,000 monthly pension and still take huge annual tax deductions. Even if you have a few employees, especially young ones, As much as 90% of your contributions can go directly toward funding your own income benefit. For example, Jim was a business consultant with 3 employees, all under the age of 35. In 1997, at age 55, he was personally earning almost $600,000 a year and paying more than $240,000 in taxes. That's until Paul, Jim's financial advisor, helped him set up his 412(e)(3) pension plan with an average annual tax deduction of $200,000, 90% of which went directly into Jim's own account. It reduced his tax liability by almost 33% and saved him more than $600,000 in taxes over the last 10 years of his working career. It also enabled him to retire at age 66 with a $15,000 monthly pension for the rest of his life. What's more, Jim's 412(e)(3) pension assets and his retirement income were both contractually guaranteed by a legal reserve insurance company, required by both state and federal regulations to maintain capital reserves equal to all of their contractual guarantees. So ask yourself this: does it make sense to put off your retirement because your income tax liability is keeping you from saving enough of your earnings? Or does it make better sense to take advantage of Internal Revenue Code Section 412(e)(3) to fund the maximum benefit you can afford in as little as 5 to 10 years, with the highest deductions, the lowest costs, the most secure assets, and the least complexity of any qualified pension plan?
Now, once again, think about someone in their 50s or even 60s who is self-employed, and visualize such a person watching this video and think about what thoughts will be going through their mind after watching this video and how they might respond to you, either face-to-face, over the phone, or by email. All right, those are all the videos we have time for today, but these are just a sampling of our annuity videos. We also have videos on longevity annuities, or QLACs, qualified longevity or lifetime account qualified plans. SPIAs, single premium immediate annuities, long-term care annuities, 1035 exchanges. We have videos on thrift savings plan rollovers, split annuities, Roth annuity, IRA rollovers, IRA conversions, RMD conversions, annuity income buckets, safe money contracts, plus a few non-annuity topics like pension maximization, Social Security, reverse mortgage, and one on precious metals. What's more, each video is reviewed annually for updates or revisions. In fact, some of the ones that we've shown you today are in the process of being reviewed and updated. And we are currently producing 8 new videos on 401k rollovers, bonds versus annuities, retirement tax strategies, investment charges, money management, investment risk, trust and confidence, and also one on 403b rollovers. However, these videos it's important to note that these videos are only for more experienced retirement planning professionals, because you need to be knowledgeable enough to answer questions on qualified plan taxation, investment risk and fees, as well as various income security options. But if you are that experienced and you can answer these questions, then these videos are for you. Each video is displayed in a player frame with your photo image, contact information, and business description, which makes it appear to be branded exclusively for you. They're your videos. And every video concludes with your choice of either an email response form that the viewer can submit, which is then delivered instantly to your email address, or they can get a customized button that can redirect the viewer to any page on your website or to your own promotional page with your own lead capture form. Now, Of course, you could produce your own videos using your own equipment, writing your own script, doing your own graphics, your own recording, and your own editing. And all it would cost you is many, many hours of your time. But your videos wouldn't be neurolinguistic videos, and you certainly wouldn't get the same results. Or you could pay a video production company to develop videos for you. But those videos wouldn't be neurolinguistic videos either, and each one would cost you as much as $2,000 per minute for the same production quality. That's $6,000 to $10,000 for each 3 to 5 minute professionally produced video. And that price would not include the cost of neurolinguistic script composition and target market testing that you get with every WebPrez video, which makes the value of this entire set of professionally produced neurolinguistic annuity sales videos worth more than $300,000. Quite an investment. Of course, you don't need to make an investment like that because you can get all of these videos for only $497 a month. That's less than 5% of the cost to professionally develop and produce just one of these videos. And if you do only half as well as other top annuity producers using our videos, you would get at least 1 or 2 more sales every month, earning an additional $5,000 to $20,000 every month. That's a minimum return on your investment of 10 times or 1,000%, which is a prudent business decision by any measure. And it's a tax-deductible expense as well. What's more, it's a simple, risk-free, month-to-month subscription that you can cancel at any time with an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can try the videos for 1 month and prove to yourself that they work. We also provide live customer support by chat, email, or phone from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday Central Time. So you can talk with us whenever you have questions or ideas for new videos. We are here to work with you. All right, I see that we've been talking for almost 50 minutes now, and Michael, I think we should take some questions.
Sure. Let's see. I also want to put the link up there for anybody to so they can see it. So that button there that you see in your sidebar says sample videos now. That'll take you guys to a page to sample the entire video library, as well as a way to actually check out and purchase via the order form. Let's see if we have any questions here. How many brand new videos and which ones were updated? Can I get a list?
How many brand new videos?
Well, Larry had asked if they're the annuity. I think it was the annuity laddering one came on, and he asked if that was a newer video. Larry had off. Yeah.
No, we've had that one for at least a couple of years. I do think that one may be in the review process, but we've had that for a while. New videos, none of the ones that I show. Maybe Annuity Primer is the newest video.
Okay. Dave asks, is there any life insurance video specifically on IULs?
Yes, actually, we're doing a similar presentation through Insurance WebEx in a couple of months, specifically for life insurance sales professionals. And at that time, we will present examples of the life insurance, including IULs. We have several videos on IULs. But if you are a life insurance producer, you can go to our website and click on the life insurance category, and you can demo all the life insurance videos there.
Yeah, that's correct. There's actually links above the page that I'm sending you guys via that button there, or anytime you just went over to our website at webprez.com. Once you're on one of the video sample pages, at the top navigation, you'll see all the different categories that we offer, and you can view them via clicking on one of those as well. Don't see any other questions coming through yet, but we'll hang out for a little bit. Is there any, Dad, can you think of any, maybe like a couple frequently asked questions that we get on these things that we can maybe answer?
Well, one of, I think the biggest question we get is, how do I use the videos? And as we said before, the videos, these are videos that you should incorporate into your daily business. They should, first of all, be put on your website. So that when people go there, or when you direct people to go to your website, not only do they learn about your business and your other capabilities and the other resources that you have, but you can send them to your website to watch these videos and expose the rest of your business there as well. But they definitely, the best way is either playing the video remotely while you're talking with someone on the phone, so that you can give them a link through an email or a text message, and they can play that on a phone or on their laptop or on a tablet while you're with them or while you're talking with them over the phone. They're also very popular, and if you do workshops or seminars and you do have a slide presentation that you project up onto a screen, you can also project these videos up onto the screen, which is a great way to break up the monotony of a one-man presentation, and also for you to kind of take a break and walk to the back of the room and kind of watch how people are responding to the video. It's also a great way to introduce specific topics that you want to, or solutions and problems that you want to discuss in the presentation.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, if we don't have more questions, we can wrap it up here.
Sure. There's a question. So just to touch on this, and we can spend as much or as little time on this as we want. But Larry wrote in. Larry's one of a previous customer or an existing customer that was part of our test market group, and
Yeah.
so Larry posted here in the chat that after we announced the pricing, that he said, I'm only paying $59. So Mark is actually asking, why did Larry say he's paying only $59? And again, we don't need to go into all that now, but we had a huge test market group we've been working with the last couple of years. We wanted to get these things in the hands of as many people as possible. So we set a very low price for these things, and subsequently, after running the test market, getting all of our information back,
we discovered how much what the return on investment was, how much people were earning by using the videos, additional income being earned on the videos. And we were also, we've also had additional expenses. The videos are expensive to produce. They're neurolinguistic videos. There's a lot more that goes into them than other types of videos. So the actual value of these videos is not $59 a month. It's actually $500. But we made an investment over the first few years to get it out in the marketplace, to test it and be sure that it produced the results that we believe that it would produce.
Exactly. Okay, got a couple technical things coming in. I don't have a website now. Do you guys offer website setups?
We work with a couple of companies that specialize in websites for financial planners and especially insurance professionals. And some of them are templated and some are highly customized. So, but they all will easily incorporate our videos into the pages on those websites. If you want specific examples, just chat in, ask for Josh, and Josh is most knowledgeable about our partners in website development.
Right. And Tony, as far as, I mean, any website, whether you went with somebody that we recommended or a fully customized solution, an existing solution, whatever, the videos are super simple, really easy to incorporate into any page, any blog post, anything that you want to do. So there's nothing real specific that needs to be special about any particular website, hosting company, or anything, whether it's WordPress, Squarespace, Wix, Weebly, or again, a custom solution. Leroy's asking, any issues with compliance departments?
That's a good question. We have not had any issues with compliance for the last couple of years. Prior to that, we had, I would say, a couple of dozen compliance departments who have reviewed our material. And of those, I think there were 4 who said that they didn't want to endorse the videos because they were uncomfortable with some of the verbiage, even though they agreed that there was nothing in the videos that was inaccurate. They just, I think for the most part, these were broker dealers who really didn't want to and had chosen not to approve any material that they didn't produce themselves. But we have found that most compliance departments are very willing to review the videos. We can give them the scripts if they need copies in their files, and haven't really had any problem with that.
Okay, a kind of a follow-up to that, although a different person. Are these NASD approved?
No, so they're not approved. I don't. National Association of Securities Dealers, no. They are, what we do is, these are all insurance. We don't do anything on securities, equities, investments, or variable products. Every video that we do is on insurance products, on fixed and indexed annuities and insurance products. So we comply 100% with the National Association of Insurance Commissioners and their guidelines to advertising and marketing and sales material. And that's our standard. After that, we did contact many years ago, we contacted FINRA directly and asked them to review our videos, which is all they do. They don't approve, they only review and make comments. And they came back and they said, one, we weren't a broker dealer, so we really didn't have the authority to request a review. But I spoke with a supervisor and she said that they really don't have, they really didn't need to see our videos because they were all insurance products and not securities products, and that it was the obligation of the broker dealer to make that decision. So in answer to your question, no, we are not approved by NASD or by FINRA, which doesn't actually approve material. They only advise broker dealers on compliance.
Okay. Will these pass, another kind of compliance question, will these pass the new DOL fiduciary standards?
The videos don't really, as far as we know, that we've talked with legal counsel, the videos don't cross the line on the DOL regulations for fiduciary standards. If they are presented by somebody who is a fiduciary, a responsible fiduciary. So it's not the content of the videos that would make a difference, it's the person who's presenting them.
Okay. He says, okay. Hold on here. Will these pass? How can we see a complete list of vids available and their content? So Tony, I just posted back in there. Just go ahead and click the button. The button simply just takes you over to our website, to the annuities videos page specifically, but from there you can get anywhere on the website. So just go ahead and click the button. It's not like you're taken to an order page directly. So if you click the button, you'll be presented with all the annuity videos, and then you can kind of explore from there. Everything's available to you. Do you have reps with securities licenses using the videos? I think we do. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that probably I would say probably 60 to 70% of the people using, the top producers using our annuity videos are registered in one way or another. However, and I don't know this for certain because we don't keep these statistics, but from talking with a lot of these top producers, I would say that the majority of them are not collecting assets under management. They're not selling variable products or even mutual funds unless they're in qualified plans. Most of them have the license, but are really specializing in safe money retirement planning concepts. And they're the ones getting the most value out of using these videos.
Right. Robert asks, is there an option to just buy select videos?
No, there is not. It's
Right.
because the videos, we don't sell videos because the videos are being reviewed and revised, and that requires us to, continually invest in the videos and keep them up to date. And we also need to control the delivery of the videos because, as you may or may not know, videos require fairly large bandwidth in order to, not only bandwidth, but the proper platform to accommodate phones and tablets and desktops and laptops, but also perform well on Android operating systems, Chrome operating systems, different browser settings. And so by selling the video, or by buying a video, you would need to monitor your own platform and your own player in order to be sure that they were playing correctly for
Well,
anybody you showed them to.
yeah. Well, I don't think it was so much he wanted to take the videos home with him. I think he's asking, can he buy individual videos rather than the whole package? Which is
No.
still, the answer is still no.
Yeah, the answer is still no. And one of the reasons is if we kind of package the whole thing together, you may not use, in fact, I think most of our producers probably use no more than 10 or 15 of the 30 plus videos. But those videos, they find that when you're talking with someone and you're developing a relationship and you're interviewing someone, you're going to you don't want to show everybody the same video. It's not, you don't want, it's not everybody's a nail and you've got a hammer and you do the same thing for everyone. An annuity laddering strategy is different than a split annuity. And a CD versus an annuity is different than somebody who's holding a bond versus an annuity. Or somebody who has an annuity might be interested in an annuity exchange, and somebody who doesn't have an annuity would want to see an annuity primer. So you really need the library of videos to be an effective, safe money retirement planning professional.
Cool. Well said. Robert says, thanks. We would be paying for product and support. Appreciate that. That's absolutely correct. How long will we have access to the sample videos? Deborah, the sample videos are up there. They're always up there. So you'll have access to them, whenever you want to go over there and check them out. And then, of course, you can always, obviously, when you sign up, you get a video dashboard. We didn't really talk about some of the technical stuff that you get when you sign up, but it's really simple. You get a dashboard where you can control all of your videos, pick different videos, rearrange them. You get links to all the videos, embed codes to the videos. So you really have free range. And again, as Dan said, the hosting and delivery of these videos is paramount to the success of using them, right? You got to make sure they work no matter where you're watching them or where you're viewing them or where you're sending them. So, we host with our players, JW Player, one of the biggest in the industry. We host on Verizon's EdgeCast CDN server, which is arguably the largest state-of-the-art, largest certain media delivering platform in the world. So these things work across all devices. all levels of bandwidth. They automatically adjust for bandwidth and sizing. So the same, each video is HD also. All of our videos are HD. And they're also the HD video you get on a laptop or a desktop at your house with super high bandwidth is going to be different than when it's delivered on someone's phone and they're sitting on a Starbucks or on a train station or something like that. So it adjusts to the level of the device and the allocated bandwidth that the person has access to.
Yeah, and if I may add, I think it's really important to understand, and again, I come from where you folks are living right now. I've had a business just like yours, and I know some of the frustrations. I know what you deal with. I know how you make your money, and that's where we're focused on helping you make more money by presenting more sophisticated concepts and making those explanations make sense to people so that they take action, so that they make decisions. But it's critically important that I remember when I was in the business that whether you wanted a CRM system, you wanted a website, everybody's saying you got to do drip marketing. All that stuff takes time and expertise to set up. And it's not what I did. And my business was talking to people. My business was helping people solve financial problems. And I didn't have the time to go and do that stuff myself. So I either had to hire somebody who did know it, or I had to, step back and learn it. So one of the things that we've done with WebPrez videos is to make them, so simple and so easy to use that you literally can use them within 5 minutes. If you can click a button in your dashboard. Once your dashboard is automatically set up, all you need to do is activate the videos you want to use. And you can activate and deactivate videos anytime you want, but all you need to do is turn a video on and it's active. And it's active with your brand, your name, your photo image, your contact information, your business description. And to play it, you simply need to click the play button and it'll come right up on the screen and play. So if you're with somebody, that's all you need to do. Go in your dashboard, click the play button, and the video plays. Or you can copy and paste the image of the video into your website, into an email message, into a text message, into your social media post, into a slide presentation. It's copy and paste, folks. All you got to do is highlight the link, press the button, copy it into whatever you're going to use, and it plays. So there's nothing you need to learn. There's no instruction. There's no complicated. There's no learning curve. There's no course you need to take. There's no tutorial you need to go through. You literally sign up. You go in. You turn on the videos you want to use, and you click on the button that says play this video or copy and paste this and put it in your website or your email.
That's right. Tony asked, can we send any selected video to a specific prospective client? Yes, absolutely. Just as Dan went over. So you get a direct link to each video. Again, you get the embed codes to each video. So you could embed those onto pages on your website and then send people to that page on your website. Or again, within 5 minutes, we give you the direct links to all the videos you activate. You can immediately send them out via email, text messaging. SMS messaging is pretty big right now. A lot of our agents use that. They subscribe to a separate service sometimes to do some larger scale text messaging marketing. Or they just, you can very easily copy and paste that into your phone field, into the SMS field, and send it off to somebody. They click it, it opens right up on their phone. Mobile optimized, so it's got a nice black frame around it. The video gets nice and big play button. They click it, they watch it. You can fill out the form for more information or just text you back. Joe asked, do you offer any financing plans? No, we do not. I think that's the extent of that answer.
Yeah, we're sorry, but again, and I hate to sound like we're being difficult, but these videos are really for top producers. And our experience has been that top producers have no problem affording a tax-deductible tool that gives them a minimum 10 times return on investment. And we know that we want to be available to work with you, to support you, and that's why we've broken it up in a month-to-month subscription. So there's really no financing; it's month-to-month. You're not buying the videos; you're basically renting the service, and the service is ongoing. As we said, we review and revise the videos. We're adding new videos. Incidentally, we're very open when customers ask us to produce a new video. So if you've got concepts or something that you're working on or something that's not necessarily proprietary to you, but maybe it's just a proprietary way of explaining something or comparing an annuity to something else, and you suggest that to us, we will produce it. We'll oftentimes produce videos based on the suggestions of our customers. So, that's an important part of what you're getting for $497 a month. Is you're getting a video production company in addition to an existing library that's worth over $300,000. But it's going to continue to grow and continue to improve, again, because we are focused on top producers and helping them add at least, on average, they're getting 3 or 4 new sales a month, additional sales a month. And as I said, if you do only half as well as other top producers using these videos, you'll get at least 1 or 2 for an additional $5,000 to $10,000 a month in new revenue.
Cool. Okay, no more questions as of yet. Maybe wait a couple more seconds. Okay, well, I think that's it. Yeah, we can. And again, we're always available for you guys. There's a quick and easy chat icon in the lower right corner of every page on our website, as well as a link to FAQs, which you can then get our email address and phone number off of. So we're not hiding or anything. There's plenty of support and plenty of help for you here. If you guys have any additional questions as we end this webinar.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.